For the moment of truth, let's see how much weight we were able to take off. Woo! That is crazy light. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another scooter video. Now today's video is gonna be super special because your boy gets a new scooter deck. Now it's not every single day that I get to put on a new Rapture deck. Actually, in fact, I've been riding this deck for close to a year and a half now. Now you guys might think, as being the owner of Rapture Pro Scooters, I get to replace my parts literally whenever I want and as frequently as I want. But that's just simply not true. Actually, my entire scooter, for the most part, is really old. Most of my parts on my scooter I don't change out that often. And if I ever do change them out, it's either because I've found a part that's like, you know, getting a little bit older, or I've literally grinded through or just completely worn down the wheels to the point where they just literally have to be replaced. But for the most part, I ride my decks for close to a year to even a year and a half. This one is going on that year and a half mark where it's just like, man, it's probably time to replace it. And as I was going through my room the other day, I was actually organizing all these boxes, getting all the decks and all the wheels organized. But while I was doing that, actually up in here where we got all the old Rapture parts, I was going through and I was like, wait, we have an older Rapture deck that never made it to you guys. So lucky me, I get to throw on an older Rapture deck. You can tell it doesn't have the spider logo and it does not have the enhanced dropouts, but that's totally fine with me. The old models are just as good as the new models and just without like the little extra touches that, you know, we added over the years just to make them that much better. But before we go and put on a new deck, I want to ride my old scooter. I want to like give it one last sayonara session and just give it a proper goodbye. So we're gonna head out to the backyard half pipe, clean it off, and then get a nice session. Now it's no surprise the backyard half pipe is absolutely completely covered by that tree right there. The squirrels absolutely go ham this time of the year, right in the fall weather. I don't know if that's how it is for you guys too, but in the fall, this half pipe is pretty much dirty every single day. So every time I even want to have a session, I literally have to come out here and for the most part, usually I broom it. But today, you got a nice old blower. So I'm just gonna speed through this real quick and then I get my session in. Literally, as I was dropping in, I'm not even joking, a squirrel threw a nut and it hit me in the helmet. I don't know if that got it, but that was ridiculous. Anyways, what I was going to say before I had the squirrel, you know, throw a nut at me and hit me in the head. Another reason I was going to replace my deck is because I'm heading to Arizona in 2 weeks. Actually, by the time I upload this video, it'll probably be right around the same time I'm actually heading to Arizona. So make sure to subscribe to my channel if you guys want to stay tuned and check out all the videos that's about to drop from me in Arizona. I'll be riding with Caden Johnson, our team rider for Rapture Pro Scooters. It is going to be an absolute blast. He came to Ohio about, let's see, it would have been a month ago from now. And man, we had a killer time. And I can only imagine what the parks in Arizona are going to be like. But anyways, half pipe's now all cleaned off. I'm gonna throw my pads on and we're gonna have a nice, good last session on this deck. Man, that was not the goodbye banger session I was hoping to have. I managed to get one trick, but it's just raining quite a bit. And I know in a matter of like a couple minutes, it's gonna get to the point where that's the entire half pipe. But that really stinks. I was really wanting to send a couple tricks that, you know, was gonna be a good sayonara to the scooter deck. But I'm gonna go ahead and give it 5 minutes. And if it doesn't clear off, we have no choice but to swap out the deck and, you know, just continue on with the day.
5 minutes later.
I have a change of plans. I waited 5 minutes and it didn't stop raining. It still looks exactly the same, but this side still managed to stay kind of dry. And I checked the weather radar and it looks like it's gonna rain for the next hour. So what the plan is gonna be is I'm gonna ride a little bit out back, hopefully get like a couple more tricks right here real quick before, you know, saying goodbye to the scooter deck. But then we're gonna go strap on the new deck and hopefully by then it will stop raining. So then we can actually head up to Centerville Skate Park and get a nice session on our new deck. Managed to get just a couple tricks down, and this side of the half pipe is still completely dry. It's kind of weird. We got, you know, like the dark side, and then we got the light side over here. But while I was doing a couple lines, I thought, man, it'd be kind of cool to send a flip fakie. I never do that trick, and honestly, it kind of scares me. I don't have any of my pads on at all right now. I'm actually not even wearing my riding shoes. I don't like riding low tops, but that's what we got on today because it started raining, and I was like, dang, I gotta get outside. So I ran outside real quick. But anyways, let's go ahead and try this flip fakie. Wish me luck. Actually, go down in the comments and actually type in good luck Chase because I need it. This trick scares the crap out of me, and let's just hope we get the fakie out. First tee. Heck yeah, we got that first tee, and just in time. The rain's coming back with an absolute vengeance right now, and as you guys can tell, the ramp is getting super soaked, and I think I'm gonna have to run inside right now. Not quite the goodbye session I was wanting to have, but that's right. We still had a good session, and now it's time to swap it out to the new deck. I was just about to throw on the grip tape and make this like a super simple, quick montage of me throwing on the deck and everything, but I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit extra today, and I want to drill more holes in the scooter deck. Now, I'm sure you guys know I love to ride deck holes. It's just something I've always done on all my decks. It just makes the deck feel a little bit lighter, and when it hits your foot, it just kind of, it doesn't smack it as hard. You just kind of feel like it's a little bit more hollow. That's just me personally. I love deck holes. But I'm feeling a little bit extra today, and since I got 2 hours to kill, I'm going to try to add some extra holes to this deck that I'm about to throw on. And since it is an older model deck, I feel like, you know, it's cool if I add some extra holes to it. Maybe the holes aren't going to be like the most cleanest things, but it still would be kind of fun just to throw it on, and especially if I'm riding it down Arizona. It'd be kind of cool just to have it something different. And in the future, actually, we are working on different designs that are going to be slightly lighter than our current deck, which is pretty impressive because our current decks are 2.8 pounds. We're going to bring that weight down a little bit lower, and it's just going to be an awesome time. But I'm going to go ahead and kind of replicate some ideas that I've been working on, and I'll show you guys just a little bit. I don't want to show you guys too much just because I don't like showing too many sneak peeks, just in case it doesn't fully happen, or if it, you know, it happens, you guys are like getting amped up on it. I don't want to, like, you know, make you guys wait too long. So just a couple sneak peeks, and then I'll start drilling these holes in these decks. We're going to dive into the old Rapture book right here. I started this thing back when, like, 2017, and this is actually one of the first Rapture logos I drew. Besides on Photoshop, you know, mocking up the logo, drew this one all the way back a super long time ago. And then, you know, of course, our deck that we've been rocking for so long. Look at that date on there, back in 2017. Just an idea, and you know, that's what it is right now. Super cool. But we're gonna go ahead and just go through a couple of these, and some wheels that I drew a while ago. Here we go. This is the deck design that I drew about a year and a half ago. If you guys can see, it kind of replicates what's on this deck, which was actually a prototype deck that I worked on. It's just kind of cool to see a drawing and see it come to life. So the goal is we're gonna do something like this on the head tube today. We're gonna do a little less special, where we're not gonna have any curvatures. We're just gonna go kind of ovals on it, and just take out some weight on that head tube up there. Besides actually riding, this is one of my favorite things to do. I love tweaking things and just making things like that much better. And actually, that's one of the main reasons I started Rapture. I rode other companies' parts and stuff, and I was like, man, this is cool, but it'd be really cool to, you know, have my own touch and be able to, like, kind of tweak things and just make it my own, and not feel the restrictions from what other companies were able to produce. So hence Rapture. That's kind of how that came along. But so what we're gonna do here is I'm just gonna kind of mock up this head tube. I'm not gonna spend too much long on the video side, just to, like, you know, make it not too boring of me just like literally sitting here drawing on the head tube before I actually make any cuts. But we'll hop back in when I'm about to make some cuts, and I'll just, like, keep you guys updated on the process. Alright, checking back in, just gonna give you a quick little view of what we're working with. So far the head tube looks like that. We're gonna drill a hole here, 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 and here, and then cut it out in between and kind of give it like a kind of a similar representation of that. Not too far off from the original design that I came up with about a year ago, but this should do just for, like, just some fun to make the deck a little bit lighter. And then down here on the bottom of the deck, we're gonna get really crazy with it, and we're gonna take out this big old chunk of metal on both sides. So we're gonna drill a hole here, here, and here, and we're just gonna move a nice piece of metal out of there. So the deck, I'm thinking, should weigh right around like 2.6 pounds when we get done. But now it's time to start cutting down the deck, and I'll check back in once we get everything drilled up. Alright, stop what you're doing. I know at this point in the video you're probably like, dang, I'm gonna go grab my deck and go start drilling some holes in it. But let me stop you right here. This is a disclaimer. Do not do this to your decks. The amount of human error just within your hand while drilling is pretty ridiculous, and will definitely cause your deck to fail over time. And if it's something that you want to ride for a while, don't do this. I would definitely let it come straight from the factory, from a machine, something that can precision cut and make sure it doesn't get any minor nicks that can cause cracking points. But anyways, back to this. I've got one of 3 holes now almost fully done, and gotta finish the rest, and then we're almost ready to ride. Little update, the holes are coming along super good, and got all 4 drilled right there. It's kind of funny, actually. These holes are identical size to these, so it's like, it kind of looks kind of wild just like that. But I am gonna go ahead and finish and cut the rest of these lines right here just to make it more like an oval shape, and then we'll check back in. The most dramatic deck update, we now got it all sanded down and filed out, and man, this thing is buttery smooth. There's no sharp edges, and I'm just very impressed with how smooth I was able to get those circles and how precise I was able to get them. That's pretty darn cool looking. I honestly thought I was gonna have to touch up all the paint. The only errors I made was right here on the black. I scuffed it a little bit, but I thought I was gonna have to repaint the entire head tube once I got done with this, but managed to get it pretty precision, and I'm pretty stoked with how this looks. Just from feeling the deck right now, I can feel that the head tube is slightly lighter, just because that metal up there is pretty darn thick in comparison to the deck holes down here. The metal's just a little bit thicker for a little more strength up in the head tube, but man, it's feeling pretty light already, and I haven't even removed the bottom yet. So that's the next step. This is taking quite a bit longer than I thought it would. It's already been 2 hours now, so we're gonna buzz through this really quick, and then we can throw the grip tape on and go ride the new deck, and I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. That was so hot. I knew that was gonna be hot. Why did I do that? Now, like I said before, guys, please do not do this at home. You guys don't want to just start drilling holes randomly in your deck and just hoping that it doesn't like snap on you, because, well, I don't really want to be held responsible just in case you guys do that. So, but if you guys do get inspiration from this and, you know, want to do some crazy stuff to your deck, definitely tag me in the post or in the, somehow let me see it. I would love to see you guys and what you guys have done to your decks, especially when it comes down to like deck holes. That's just something I've always done. But when it comes to drilling holes in the neck of the deck, probably wouldn't recommend doing that, especially if you guys are just going crazy with it with the drill. But for me personally, I have tested and prototyped a couple of different Rapture parts that I have never shown you guys, so I know I can remove a little bit of material up by the head tube, and I would definitely recommend staying tuned until 2021. Definitely maybe hit that subscribe button, and you guys will get to see those later videos when they start coming out, when we start coming out with new Rapture parts, because I'm just going to say it now, next year is going to be absolutely nuts. But anyways, let's go ahead and weigh this deck, because, well, I'm sure it's getting close to that 2.6 pound mark, and then also we got to clean the desk, because, well, yeah, you guys see what's up. Clean desk in 3, 2, 1. The desk is all clean now, and the deck is good to go. But before we grip tape it, I'm going to go ahead and throw it on the scale real quick and see how much it weighs. For the moment of truth, let's see how much weight we were able to take off. Ooh, look at that. 2.5 pounds. We managed to get just below 2.6 pounds. My target weight was that 2.6 pounds. Did not think we'd be getting below 2.5. That's pretty darn cool. Now all we got to do is just throw this thing on my scooter, and we're ready to go ride. And just like that, we're ready to go. But before we head to the skate park, let's go weigh my scooter and just see how much it weighs. Come on, under 7 pounds. Woo! 6.8 pounds. That is crazy light. I'm so excited to go ride this thing. Honestly, that took way longer than I thought it would. I said I had 2 hours to kill, and it ended up taking me like 4.5 hours just to get the deck completely like filed down and everything, and back on my actual scooter. But now let's head to the skate park, so I'll see you guys there. We just rolled up here to Centerville Skate Park, getting my scooter out of the car now, and I'm probably going to go ahead and throw my pads on. It's been a while since I've put them on, and with the new scooter deck, you know, last thing I want to do is just wreck myself, something different, feeling, might as well throw the pads on, and maybe we'll actually send some bangers here, because I didn't get to in the backyard earlier. Not too many people up here at the park. It's pretty nice, you know, it's pretty open, and we'll be able to get in a couple really nice tricks, at least that's what I'm feeling. Scooters feels pretty good so far, but before we drop in and start marking up the scooter, I'm going to get a nice little cinematic edit for you guys. I know, right? This thing looks absolutely amazing. This might just be one of my favorite setups I've ever rode so far, but this session will be the judge of that. We went ahead and tossed the GoPro on because, well, it started kind of sprinkling a little bit, so hopefully we can get at least a couple tricks before the rain fully kicks in. Oh my goodness, this deck is feeling so light. I might send my first buttercup and see how that feels. We're gonna do it on the 6 foot over here, might as well. Wow. Yeah. Man, it's nuts what 2/10 of a pound can really make a difference on. Makes that buttercup come around just like it's like butter. It's just so perfect. It's time to put some serious grind marks on this. Yeah, we're feeling extra good today. I know sometimes the new deck on rails doesn't feel so good because it's not wax, but sometimes that flat finish just really glides nice and smooth. Man, really feeling the rails today. That's awesome. Usually I stink at rail grinds, but I think we've had enough time in the street section. Let's go back to that park section and start getting some cool stuff now. Hey Angel, are you down to change things up and help film a second angle? Yeah. First try. Don't know where you're going. Two super solid lines down. Big shout out to Angel for filming those two. The new deck honestly is feeling super incredible. Just reducing like 0.2 of a pound is honestly pretty incredible. I can't express it enough how much weight on a scooter actually matters. Like buttercups, they come around like super buttery.
Like butter.
Anyways, the sun is now setting, so let's get at least one more clip, hopefully preferably with the sunset in the background, and then we're gonna wrap it up for the evening. We're gonna have to end the session there. It got a little bit too dark to actually keep filming, but overall super solid sesh. And for a new deck, oh my gosh, that was probably the best new deck session I've ever had. Usually for me now when I change up my parts, I'm like, there's like a break-in grace period where I just don't like to go too like sending tricks that like, you know, are out of my comfort zone. Like the 540 flare, for example, that's just a feel-good trick, and when every time I land that, it's like, yeah, that was awesome. Not to mention I landed it first try. Super stoked on that. But really with like buttercups and stuff, just removing that like, even just like 0.2 pounds is ridiculous. It just clicks to the foot so much better, and it's just, I can't even express how much just a lighter scooter really just kind of changes up the entire like feeling of your ride. But I'm overall just really happy. I'll show you guys the deck one more time before we head out of here. Check out those holes. I'm really stoked. Just that stokes the word that I just keep coming up with. But yeah, I'm hyped. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys like the new deck? Do you guys like how the cutouts are in there? Just throwing it out there, that's not going to be how the Rapture decks look in the future. It's going to be, you know, a lot more professional, made by a machine and stuff. But just thought it'd be cool to kind of change it up and do something different in these videos. And I had 2 hours to kill, so it ended up turning like 4-hour project, which I did not anticipate happening. But nonetheless, I'm super hyped on it, and I'm super stoked to have a new deck to ride in Arizona when I'm down there with Caden. So if you guys want to stick around and you don't want to miss those videos coming up soon with Caden, hit that subscribe button down below. And also, if you want to be notified, turn on those notifications, and you guys will not miss when those videos are released. But until then, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Later.